futuristic racing, neon lights, eye-melting speed. But can Fast Fusion really hang with the heavyweights? Or is this Switch 2 exclusive just a quick burst of hype? Welcome back to Veteran Game, your home for the most brutally honest, story-driven, and hype-deflating reviews on the internet. If you love going fast, smashing rivals, and chasing that leaderboard high, hit like, tap, subscribe, and let's tear into the wildest new racer on Switch 2. Let's set the stage. The futuristic racing genre has been in a drought since the F-Zero and Wipeout glory days. Fast Fusion storms in with a promise. Sick tracks, wild speeds, insane customization, and a focus on competitive online play. It's trying to scratch an itch that's been driving fans crazy for years. But does it succeed or just crash and burn? Let's find out. Boot up Fast Fusion and you're hit with pure style. Neon-drenched cities, winding gravity-defying highways, desert solar farms, and even underwater glass tubes. Every track feels like it belongs on a vaporwave poster. The visuals are razor-sharp in both docked 4K and handheld mode, with frame rates staying buttery smooth even when 20 racers are battling for first. The UI is clean and snappy, the car models are wild, and oh man, the soundtrack slaps. Fast Fusion serves up an eclectic mix of synthwave, drum and bass, and techno that matches the on-screen chaos perfectly. You might just want to crank this one up outside the game. Let's talk racing. Fast Fusion isn't just about holding down the accelerator and praying you don't wipe out. Here, you have a turbo meter that fills from risky driving, think drifting, near misses, drafting behind opponents, and stringing together air tricks off jumps. Play safe and you'll get smoked. Take risks and you'll rocket to the front, or slam into a wall. Each vehicle has its own stats, speed, handling, boost, armor, and every win unlocks parts, paint jobs, and new cars. Some rides are all about raw speed, others are drifty and nimble, and a few are built to survive the game's wildest hazard tracks. If you're not customizing your car for each cup, you're leaving wins on the table. Tracks are where Fast Fusion shines. No boring ovals here, expect vertical drops, moving obstacles, branching shortcuts, and even real-time weather that can turn a sunny sprint into a hydroplaning nightmare. Each course has a personality, and you will need to memorize the best lines and hidden shortcuts if you want to compete online. Fast Fusion brings a solid solo campaign with story-flavored missions, challenging rivals, and a bunch of unlockable cars and customization parts. The writing is, well, it tries. Expect cheesy rival banter and Saturday morning cartoon energy, but it's fun enough to keep you going. Where the game goes full throttle is multiplayer. Online racing is fast, chaotic, and surprisingly stable, almost zero lag, even in massive 16 or 20 player rooms. There's ranked and unranked play, custom lobbies, and even time attack ghosts, so you can chase the top times from around the world. Local split screen is back to up to 4 players with surprisingly little performance drop. It's the perfect party game if you want to ruin your friendships with a well-timed EMP blast right before the finish line. Fast Fusion isn't shy about shaking things up. The most controversial addition? Power-ups. Yep, mid-race item pickups add a dose of Mario Kart-style chaos, from speed boost to deployable traps to those infamous EMP bursts that can ruin your rival's lap. Purists will roll their eyes, but the power-ups can be turned off for ranked or custom lobbies if you want pure skill showdowns. There's also the fusion system mid-race. You can combine temper upgrades depending on how you fill your fusion meter and which routes you take. Mastering this system is key to crushing the campaign and dominating online. Progression is mostly fair. Everything you need to win can be unlocked by playing, with just some cosmetics locked behind optional microtransactions. No pay-to-win nonsense here. Not everything is flawless. A few of the hazard-heavy tracks cross the line from challenging to just plain cheap. Expect rage if you're gunning for perfect cups. The rubber banding AI can be brutal on higher difficulties. Story mode writing is serviceable at best, and while there's a lot of customization, some parts feel like stat padding rather than real upgrades. And yes, while online is mostly smooth, the first couple weeks saw some matchmaking hiccups, though recent patches have improved things a lot. So, should you play Fast Fusion? If you crave fast, frantic arcade racing and have been dying for a true next-gen adrenaline rush on Switch 2, this is a must-play. It's not as pure as F-Zero, and not as zany as Mario Kart, but it strikes a fantastic middle ground with style and substance to spare. If you hate power-ups or demand super serious sim-style racing, this probably isn't your jam. But for most players, Fast Fusion is an absolute blast, especially with friends. Here's my take as a longtime racing game junkie. Fast Fusion doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it does polish the neon out of it. If devs keep up with updates, new tracks, cars, and maybe a better story mode, it could absolutely become the next big multiplayer staple. If you're on the fence, try the demo or jump into a few online races. You might just find your new obsession. Did Fast Fusion live up to the hype for you, or are you still waiting for the real F-Zero comeback? Drop your best race times, favorite cars, and saltiest power-up moments in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe for more high-speed reviews and gaming deep dives, and keep your eyes peeled for more from Veteran Game. Until next time, drive fast, fuse smart, and stay legendary.